Hey y'all, this is the next video, locate the Foundry segment. As you can see, I've done quite literally nothing. I've just moved slightly so that I can start the next video in a different spot. That's literally it. Anyway, welcome in. If you're new, if you're just starting on this video, then what you need to know is that I'm not Steve, but I am fucking, I'm playing Warframe, obviously, if you couldn't tell. I'm trying to see what I could do. We're taking our time through this. We're seeing what we can do. We're trying to like avoid the story as much as possible, but we're also trying to get everything and have pretty much everything we can have by the end of the story, and then continue getting stuff from there. Because that is kind of how this game works. At the end of each story, there's more stuff to get, and during each story, there's more stuff to get. There are some things that come out of story-only things. There are some things that are locked behind story that aren't directly related to the story, but you might need them to be. We'll get everything. We'll worry about all of that later, but right now, we're story locked into fixing up our ship, basically. And being story locked is not the best, especially for a series like this. So, let's go ahead and start this. This is going to be fun. Ugh. Okay, so this, I don't know what kind of mission this is, because if you remember the last two missions, I just immediately knew what they were.
I was afraid of this. The Grineer are here, and I cannot find any signs of living colonists. You still have a job to do. Find the Foundry segment.
I will say... I don't believe this is Earth, first of all. Because the Earth biome does not look like this.
This was once a prosperous, independent colony.
Oh yeah, this is what mods do, bro. Hell yeah.
The queens fear you, but I will show them. Their love will return when I deliver you to them.
I think this might be a defense mission, just based off the thing. It might be a mobile defense mission, and yes, they are two completely different things. A defense mission basically is you're at a point, you have to do waves. Waves of enemies coming at you all at once, and then you have to defeat them. You have to defeat them a certain number of times, and then you can leave. Mobile defense is kind of the same thing, but the thing literally moves, so you have to move with it. The point you're protecting moves, so you have to move with it. Fuck, alarms. I'm not ready for that yet. Fuck. Shit. Ugh. I will sneeze again. Nope, apparently I'm gonna yawn the sneeze away. I don't know what the fuck just happened. If you couldn't tell, I am a bit sickly today. But that does not affect my video making. Oh.
Good. Your ship is one step closer to completion.
Well, I found the segment, and it wasn't any of the missions I thought. In fact, it was... If anything, it's reminiscent of a capture mission. You have to get to the dude, you have to kill the dude. In this instance, you have to get to the thing, you have to grab the thing.
And I will control this Warframe of yours. I will purge your doting
And then...
mind and bring you home.
Anyway, so, and then, it turned into an assassination mission because it took me too long, basically, and that will make sense more later, but until it makes sense, you don't really need to worry about much. You know, I did pretty much explain it pretty clearly there. It's not much needed to learn. later on, there's some fun story, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it when it gets to that point. But for right now, we're not story focusing on this account, and I did say that I might do another account where I do story focus instead of things focus. And in fact, it's the exact opposite of what I'm doing here. I only do the story, and I don't do, like, anything else. Nothing that is optional will be done, basically. Nothing that is optional to continue the story will be done. I will not be getting very many Warframes. I will not be unlocking Steel Path. None of that. So that's two very different types of stuff. It's two very different videos, series, and two very different play styles. And like I did say in the last video, if I end up doing that, I'm going to be making an account with a completely different character loadout, like the weapons and stuff that I grabbed. I'm going to be grabbing different weapons and a different character, because like I have said before, there is better than him, and when they are better than him, that is when shit gets fun. And I need better than him, and I need mods, so eventually I might have to do some mod farming. And if that comes, that's not necessarily exactly what I'm trying to say, but if I do end up needing to mod farm, you'll need to understand I need to mod farm, otherwise I am not getting past these, like, high-level dudes with my low-ass level, because I'm story-locking myself, basically. And that's all fine, and we'll kind of figure that out as we go, like I said. I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to do that video series. It depends on how long this video series takes, and how long it takes for, that was fucking weird. Oh, chest. In the beginning of the game, it's really important to get all of the stuff that you can get, because if you don't, or to get as much of it as you can, like, see, because if you don't, you will end up being at a loss for the ability to do shit, i.e. you will not get as much ranking. Like, I just got, what was that, 2 ranks on the character, on the actual Warframe. Obviously, I've used Liscana more so far, so the chances of it reaching rank 30 before anything else does is pretty damn fucking high. I haven't really used Excalibur's powers, because if I had, it would look a little different. And look at that, I got quite a lot of thing. This does extra damage to career, extra damage to corpus, convulsion, fucking electricity for pistol, so that's cool. Attack speed for melee, heated charge, heat for a pistol, so that's cool. Now we have 2 guns, and I think that these mods are by story at the moment, because I don't remember directly picking those up. But I do need to install this segment, so let's go ahead and do that, and I'll have you guys explore the foundry with me.
Foundry restored. Here, the operator will craft many powerful weapons and tools to exact revenge for dismantling me. To expand your arsenal. Oh no. Operator, our component storage has been looted as well. Typical Corpus. Sure, the blueprint is free, but jack up the components. Operator, we will need resources in order to build the countermeasure blueprint.
Yeah, Corpus are not necessarily good guys, as you will learn. So I don't know why we're dealing with them. I don't know.
Why didn't you just say so? I know just the place, but I demand an apology. My mother is no gymnast, and she would never eat those things.
You can go straight to... Operator, I am sorry.
Wow. You may want to get a new ship Sevlon when you can afford it. That one seems glitched.
Yeah.
I've marked your navigation with a place I know. It's good for resources, if you can stand the cold.
Cephalons are cool. There's multiple in the game. They're kind of cool. They're essentially it's essentially ChatGPT with a little more knowledge of the world. And each of them use that knowledge in different ways, as you will see later in the game. So right now I have to make this. So of course I have to go get this shit. And again, this is still story locked, but here's the cool thing. What? I don't know. Anyway. We'll do that shit later. I don't care about that. That's not what I even meant to click, to be honest. We have all of the all the mods on the Warframe so far, but I think the mods right now are story locked into like giving you certain mods. Because obviously I've gotten a couple of new ones, but these are both pistol specific mods. Like only the pistol can use them, and I don't believe I have any endo still. I think I'm still fresh out of that. Let me just come over here and check real quick. Yeah, I'm still fresh out of endo, so I cannot upgrade any of the mods that I have, which isn't a lot at all. 17. Oh, that's quite a lot of mods. You can do a lot with that. No, the fuck you cannot. If that's your mindset, tune in. And you will definitely understand sooner rather than later. We'll go ahead and take Fury and put that on, because I kind of did forget to check that. Did we get any more rifle mods? Yes. Should I put them both on? No reason not to. So that's fine, I guess. Anyway, damage to Grenier, damage to Corpus. It just gives you extra damage. But not even that much, so it's not really that worth it to keep those later. Especially when you start to realize that there's other ways to get that mod in a way that isn't directly just getting that mod. I never said I wished to invite anyone, but alright. Raid the Corpus resource cache. So Earth hasn't... I think only one of these locations has actually been Earth, and I think that was this one here, whenever we did our first objective, but I don't think this one was Earth. No, I know this one wasn't Earth. I definitely know this one wasn't Earth. And this definitely isn't Earth, because Corpus don't even occupy Earth. Ever. So, this isn't... We're not technically on Earth, we're everywhere, but I don't understand why the game's doing that. I don't know, man. I think it should have all just been done through Earth, through the Grenier, through the Earth, through Earth, through Grenier and shit. That just seems like the way it should have gone, but whatever. We'll care about that at a later time. Right now, all we care about is doing what the fucking thing says. Oh yeah, this is definitely not Earth. All we gotta do what the thing says, and then we just gotta kind of have fun.
Raid the caches and take what you need. This outpost belongs to the Corpus, a secretive but extremely powerful merchant cult known to be working with the Grenier. Dargo will fill you in.
Known to be working with the Grenier? That is false. You'll see that later. I don't need to spoil that for you.
Which is why you're here.
So basically, Corpus are the scientists, and Grenier are just kind of the warriors, the armies of clones, actually. And then, you know, like I said, the Corpus are kind of the scientists, so they can do warfare, but their main job is to buff themselves through fights that they can't avoid. And they're supposed to be working together, because in the past, they were all united under one faction, and that faction was basically some of the peoples throughout the galaxy were like, hey, we like these guys better, we're gonna stick with them.
Technically, this is stealing. Don't
And
let that bother
then
you.
there was a group of people who were like, hey, let's resist these people because they're kind of being
They sell
assholes.
anything to anyone.
And so that'll be explained a little bit later, but that's not until we get to the story either. So this is just a really fun game, and it has a really good story, and I just gotten so invested in it, and I kind of forgot that it started this way. Because I remember the key points in the story, and I remember it taking way longer to get to certain story parts than it will end up taking us to get to those certain story parts. Even on the account that we're not story focusing on. And I shouldn't ever need to get anything more than mods if I do end up doing the story focus thing, because I don't think that there's ever going to really be a need for to have other Warframes. Now, I know for a fact, after playing the game, having other Warframes is really helpful, it's efficient, but it's not necessary for game completion. It's never going to be necessary. And I'm trying to keep in the mindset that I'm basically starting over, and that I shouldn't have any of this knowledge, but it's outside of game knowledge, not necessarily in-game knowledge, so I don't know. Now these ones, as you can see, are just a little bit different. So those ones are fun for the focus hacks. And that's exactly what that is hacking, so you'll do that a lot if you end up joining the game. And I do insist that you guys end up joining this game, and I kind of hope that anyone watching this video is either already into the game or gets into the game because of these videos. Because like I have said before, it is a fun game, and I don't necessarily know exactly when I'm going to upload these to the YouTube channel, but I do know that I'm not going to do like a video a day kind of thing. I might end up doing more than one video a day, and sometimes there's going to be days where I skip. There might be like a week or so where I just don't do shit on here, and I'm never going to do anything off camera, so keep that in mind, unless I just kind of get too caught up in something and don't realize that my time's has been cut too short. In other words, like right now, I'm only at like 18 minutes in this video, but if it was at like 58 minutes and I didn't 100% realize that, and I started a like 10-minute mission, you're only going to see a couple minutes of that mission, and then I'll have to finish the mission off camera or start the camera again like mid-mission, and that might end up happening later, but I am trying to make sure I don't do that. And since I'm not story focused, doing missions that are long like that shouldn't occur too often. And I know that doing some of the story parts whenever I get there will definitely be a lot different. And whenever I do the story focused, I do want to make this clear. I'm not going to end up getting everything by the end of it or anything like that. I'm not getting jack shit else. I'm essentially going to become a purist of the game and shit. Like, the game is what it is at the start and never changes. The mods I get, the mods I get. And I'm going to try and keep that as the thing. And by the end of it, I probably will only have the one companion that it forces you to get. Fuck, I missed a cache. I gotta go back now, but that'll be understood better later. Anyway, so these guys, they invent, they do stuff. And that's shown, the way they have, like, energy weapons versus the bullets that power the Grenier weapons. That was one of the caches I needed. Now, why are you taking so long to get off my screen? We are going to, once again, cut through here. These hallways are cool. Can't backstab those, apparently. There's another stealth kill. That would have been a stealth kill, except it wasn't a kill, and also, he was looking directly at me and alerted his friends. Get off the fucking console, do not want alarms. Shit. What the fuck, dogs?
Time for extraction.
Fuck. Fuck. Stop.
The Ascaris has reached your mind and rendered your lotus mute. You will return to me over your own free will.
So after upgrading my health and shields, you can see what that's done. And it hasn't done much, but it has done something noticeable. So keep that in mind. And we're going to turn that. We're going to turn that. And nope, turn that. Killing the enemies gets you XP, and of course it also gets you potential for items that you will need for components and for crafting and shit. Sometimes these do drop blueprints, actually, so that's also kind of cool. I don't go out of my way to kill everything usually, but for the start of the game, it's very efficient. So go out of your way and try and kill everything. Enemy sense, 5 enemy radar, max. Cool, it looks like all of these except for this one are for Warframes. And they're pretty cool ones. Am I still endoless? Because if you didn't know, it'll actually tell you in this screen whether or not you got any endo. I think it's usually up top. I think it's actually next to credits usually, so... Yeah, I am unfortunately still endoless, meaning I still can't upgrade my mods, but
This part of your journey is over, Tenno. I admire you.
did get what I needed to get to do
But
this.
now,
I'm doing it.
I am part of you.
Lotus, do something. Help the operator.
We Grenier are millions strong, but with a flaw. We are diseased, rotting, sterile. But now we have you.
Operator, do not abandon me again. Build the countermeasure.
I did this for my love, my queens. They will forgive my insubordination when I deliver you to them. Our love will be reborn as we feed on your divine blood. Our children will flourish without disease. And I will die at last, at peace. Father, grandfather. you think you're doing? What a waste.
Tenno. Good. You managed to disarm Vor's Ascaris. I thought I lost you. Oh no. The Ascaris had a tampering failsafe. It's burrowed into you and armed itself. We'll need to find Vor before it detonates. Get to navigation. Boarding a Grenier ship to access their personnel records will be the fastest way to find Vor.
Operator, what are you waiting for?
Apparently, I'm waiting to die. Because that's basically what Space Mom just told me I was going
This
to do.
assumes
Sorry,
finding
Lotus.
Vor
You don't
implies
understand.
violence?
Yeah, you will.
Hello, operator. May I suggest you access navigation and save your life? For my sake.
Those pickups. No, well, we don't care about equilibrium just yet. Because, honestly, neither of those are really necessary for what we're doing currently. However, both of these... Well, this one's necessary. This one, not so much, actually. And since I can't upgrade anything, I'm just going to kind of fill out the slots, just kind of do the thing. And that is what it is. So... Alright, let's get into it. I believe... Yep, still story locked. I think we... Like I said, I think we have to complete the Vor's Prize quest. And I think what that's going to end up having us do is I think we're going to have to, What am I trying to say? I think we have to fucking, I think we have to end up, like, fighting him. Navigation segment, that'll be fucking cool, finally. You have to obtain the nav segment, and then we can find him. What the fuck is going on over there? This
The systems
is
on
not.
this Grenier galleon can be made compatible with your ship. Find and extract a navigation segment.
I mean, there's a Grenier ship, but these are not the ones you find above Earth, unfortunately.
You have murdered my sons and disgraced me before my queens. But soon, the Ascaris will complete its task and bring you to me.
Not technically wrong, but at the same time, it's not necessarily the way he wants it to happen. Okay. I am making my way to objective before killing some of these dudes, because I haven't noticed any boxes that I haven't already gotten. There's probably been a couple, you might have noticed a couple, but we'll worry about that later. I have to take another phone call.
No I can do
And I'm back. Technically, I never left, but not gonna get into that. Yes, I was playing in the background. Nothing I really needed to comment on, though. If we look at the way he swung his sword, I don't fucking know. Raise segment, so I literally have this. I didn't say raise enemy.
Good work. We have what
So we just stole their navigation segment. That's kind of...
Coordinates in this nav segment put the galleon on a direct course to a convoy of colonists. You have a choice. You can extract now, or you can disable this galleon and save the colonists. Saving
Obviously, I'm going to save the
jeopardize
colonists.
This mission. I recommend you head straight to extraction, but the choice is yours. The Ascaris failsafe is attacking your systems. Your shield capacity has just been halved. You're wasting precious time, Tenna. You've reached the ship's power systems. Destroy the reactor. Destroy the fuel injectors.
So, right after this mission, I have to get up and go do some shit. So, this video, like I have said before, it might not be as long as the first one was. The other one was pretty much a full hour. But I didn't let the video end itself because I wanted to end it so that I knew I was saying enough. And so, anyway, we continue through this, and we have some fun. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm gonna finish this current mission, and I have to go do some shit, so I'm going to stop the recording here, and I may pick it back up today. I'm not 100% sure yet. I will most likely pick it back up today, more than likely, but there's a chance I don't. We'll see how it goes. And as you can see, what we just did there, we're going and getting the other dudes. That won't happen on the story-focused game that we do. That won't even remotely happen on a story-focused game we do. Like, nothing optional like that will end up happening. We'll just go pretty much straight for the story. For the full game, if we do that. If we end up doing it in the first place. Hello, sweet extract.
The colonist ship has escaped. I admire your noble intentions,
Oh,
Tenna,
there's some
but you must
endo.
survive for the future of the system.
Navigation segment, but instead it just says galley and map coordinates. I don't fucking understand that, but okay. Credits, endo, magazine, warp. I believe that is pistol, extra pistol ammo. If I'm not mistaken. I will do a little bit here. Nope. More magazine capacity for a rifle. Didn't we already get one of those, though?
When you are ready, proceed to the navigation console.
Shut the fuck up, Space Mom. Fuck. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no, I guess not. But the most important mods right now to upgrade are going to be Redirection and Vitality. Starting in that order, actually. We're doing Redirection first. And according to this, we should have enough to do 2. It's Redirection, right? So we should have enough to do 2. So 1, 2. Now 4, so it'll be cut down in half, so it'll be using 2 instead of 1, meaning we can actually go up here, and it cuts in half, so it'll do 3. But I would like the ability to upgrade the other one slightly, or the next one slightly, fucking the redirection just a little bit, but it'll only go up by 1, so that's not a big deal, but still. And I'm not wasting all my endo on one fucking mod anyway, so... because I'll still have well over enough endo. I physically can't put 2 on as much as I want to. Can go ahead and apply fusion. Yes, I'm sure. Fusion complete. Cool. Very, very minimum for the very early game. And, I mean, look how much it did. It did almost double the tens and ones place on health there. So shield went up enough, health went up enough. Eventually, those mods will be maxed out, and most of these mods will be maxed out. But we also have to get a mod for this slot. This is a very specific mod slot, and it has a very specific purpose. But the knowledge of that purpose is not necessarily, necessary yet. Sort by duplicates, please. I have 3 magazine warps that I'm not using because I'm using this one. And so what that means is I think I might have screwed myself a little bit there. Well, no, because magazine warp, well, it's not necessary though. So I could take it off because it's only a couple extra bullets. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. And yes, I know I said the video was going to end, but we're not doing like the mission. The mission would take longer than this is going to take. And as is, we're almost at 40 minutes. So go ahead and pop that off. And then we'll go back to our mod bench. Magazine order 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how confident I am. Now there's a reason I've selected them all. Transmute. Mine 4 unranked mods for a chance at a rare mod. So yes. And what do I get? Shotgun crit chance. Not that that's necessarily useful yet, but cool. But I believe we could theoretically do this, though I have too many mods that I'm actually using for that to really do much. Oh, I have an extra redirection, but that doesn't really matter. Fuck. Alright, as you can see, the next segment is going to be to confront Captain Vor, and I'm pretty sure that means we're going to have to kill the dude, if memory serves me right. And so, doing that, it might be a little fun. As you've just seen, I installed the segment, and this is the confrontation, level 2 to 5. I believe I'm well above that, at level 10. So level 10 actually gives me something really cool that I just realized I needed to still share with you guys right over here. Aha, Exalted Blade upgrade. Do we have any mods for you? We do, because you're a melee weapon. Anyway, you can take both Pressure Point and Fury in Stride. You can also take the Fever Strike, and it'll cut that in half, and then you can have that. And you have a stance mod, so you could give me more slots, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so Exalted Blade is Cool Blade, and now we appearance. We're going to copy the colors of the Warframe. So now we are pretty much, once we kill Captain War, we're pretty much out of the story lock phase. I have enough time in the video, and honestly, I should, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do Captain War now. Yeah, let's go ahead and confront Captain Vor.
Tenno? Facing Vor is the only way to rid yourself of him.
Yes, I know he's still myself, which is why I'm doing this. Sorry, I just had a dizzy spasm fucking thing there. Oh, it's an assassination mission.
This is our chance. Vor has been stripped of his elite guard. He is vulnerable. Take him out.
I could have saved the Grenier, but they cast me out. Maybe it's not too late to draw your divine blood. I will put you down like a rabbit.
Oh. So to get some of the stuff later, we will end up doing trades with other people. But that'll of course require me to trade with people to obtain their credits so that I can trade with people to give them my credits, basically. That's how that works.
Stay sharp. This one is a handful.
Shields down! Distract them! Strike to the Grenier! This one has your name on it!
Tenno, look. The Ascar's detonator has just disintegrated. It's as if it was directly connected to Vor. You're done here. Go to extraction.
Goddamn son of a gun!
So as you saw down in the corners throughout this gameplay, there are achievements in-game, but there are still also like trophies and shit you can get out of game, especially on PlayStation. I know that for a fact. And so the cool thing about that is the fact that you what am I trying to say here? So the in-game and the out-of-game are pretty much like the same achievements. So you can track your progress in-game so that you know how close you are for the out-of-game achievements. And that's cool and all, but like, this game doesn't have a platinum. And if you know what a platinum is, you know what a platinum is, but if you don't, basically, a platinum is the platinum trophies for PlayStation are, hold on.
The Corpus have begun amassing weapons of their own. It is a dangerous time.
Ordis will gladly assist the operator in cutting a bloody path in whatever mission they choose.
We will be at your side. There will be others too. It is time for the Tenno to return. So, what mission will you do next?
And now, I am pretty sure I am turned
Though I wish
loose.
you could have awoken to a kinder face than Vor's, you have already shown your mettle. Hope remains for this system. Know that you are not alone, that I will guide you, and that your Tenno brethren will fight beside you. Continue to grow in strength, so that you may join the Tenno who fight on other planets.
Alright, so now I have been turned loose. By definition. Pretty sure I have to complete the Mars Junction before, right? To go to Mars, you have to complete the Mercury Junction. Okay, so you have to go the other way first. Alright. And visit the Codex in your orbiter. Robio is a resource. So this is how you get the Fragor, a few other things. Oh, the Awakening quest is, or the Arcwing quest, not the Awakening, the fuck. Void Relic segment, there, that's where that is. Okay. So I won't even be able to attempt things until after I do the Venus Junction, which gives me a few cool things. The Taxon is pretty cool. Fuck. To Venus. To Venus. Okay, I can't just click that. That's weird as fuck. Anyway. The Mercury Junction, which we cannot look at yet. It will have other requirements, but first things first. Use fusion upgrade any mod. Okay, well I did that. I did both of those without even like realizing what that I was doing that. So what we can actually do is we can actually open this up right now and do it. So you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna turn this on and I'm gonna fucking do it. Because why the hell not? You'll get to see what a junction does. And technically they're story, but the only story that they are isn't really necessarily important, I should say. Like, they're not necessarily the way... They're not important in the sense that, like, oh shit, I'm doing too much story too early, but, like, more or less I have to do this, otherwise I can't go any further. Though I could wait until I've completed Earth, and I will wait until I go to Venus until I completed Earth. This helps me get some cool things pretty early, and I like getting things as early as possible. From Spectre. Spectre is a Vault Spectre. Cool. So, shouldn't be too terribly hard. I say shouldn't be too hard, and then I just kick his ass in like 2 seconds. Now there's just a dead guy laying behind me on the floor as I do this. It's been a while since I've been able to do a junction mission, because in full honesty, I've already done all the planet, not all the planetary progression, but I've done all of the planet shit as far as like the junctions and shit. Like I've done all of the story, I've done all the junctions, I have unlocked every planet, I've unlocked most of every planet, in fact. Like... oh, I unlocked the Nightwave shit, apparently. Bionic rounds, but it's cut in half.
Well, it's early where Nora is, and as she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders, does the Unum ever leave that tower? Can she leave that tower?
So, Dreamer's Bond. Squad receives blank. Energy regen, and...
Someone in Cetus
cool.
must have answers. Come on, sweet things. Give it up.
Oh, that felt nice. Alright, we have the Furus blueprint, which if you'll notice, there was like the Mark I Furus, I believe, as like the free thing you could get. Or as a semi-free thing you could get. The Furus delivers a high damage output in a short time frame thanks to its high fire rate. Well, this is the upgraded version of it, so what we can buy is the Mark I Furus, but this is the Furus,
Operator, were you
in
visualizing
its
a bloody
best
battle?
form, I guess you could say.
Me too.
And anyway, we're trying to basically... like, we can make this after we get some alloy plates, obviously, but, oh shit, we can make that right now. So we're actually going to do that. It takes, what, 12 hours, I think?
Messages in your
Anyway.
inbox, operator.
Cool, I am now able to continue with Venus whenever I give a shit about continuing with Venus. So exterminate, Mariana is an exterminate, this is a capture, this is an interception, this is a spy. Technically, since they're already marked off, I don't need to go and do these. Now... this is what the Earth biome is supposed to look like. I guess the ships are just the ships. I think I might have gotten that wrong earlier. But, oh, hey, look, we're almost at the video's end again. Hey, looks like we did go for the full hour. Tee haha. Anyway, fucking, there's some events here, and this is the quests. The next objective is the Mercury Junction. But I don't really care about that. What I do want to know is how it requires from Mercury Junction. Defeat Jackal on Venus, which we're going to end up having to do anyway. Complete 6 waves of defense on Venus. Cool. Again, going to end up having to do that anyway. Complete Quest Vox Solaris. Speak to Yukiko and Fortuna. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that. That's not hard. Um, Harder than it could be, I will admit, but it's still fun, nonetheless. We have two things to get to before we can get to the Mars Junction. Uh, One of them is the Lith defense, and I don't know what's behind Eurasia. I forgot. But then we can get to the Mars Junction as far as like not being able to physically do it, but to get there. And then we will have to go to Cetus, and we will have to do kind of a quest there to be able to unlock the rest of this. And that's not a story quest. I believe that would be considered a side quest. It might be considered a story quest, but given the fact that I can like go to Mars and Venus, it shouldn't be considered a story quest. I think it's something you have to do way later if you want to progress with the story. But here, let's look at these quests. That's main quests. Okay. One of the main quests is Vox Solaris, which is reach Fortuna on Venus, and then talk to Unico and Fortuna. So, not hard to unlock. Venus, the Mercury Junction for Once Awake. Mercury Junction for Once Awake. And then to do the Heart of Deimos, we need to reach Cambion Drift on Deimos and get the Mars Junction in order to do that to begin with. The Earth Mars Junction for the Arcwing mission, which I didn't really realize that was that, but I don't know if this is in order. Is this an order? Can't. I think this would be an order, right? Anyway, play missions on Uranus until you encounter shows. No. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be it. I don't know. It seems weird to me to do. Really? That is such a weird progression. Right. No, that's not the way you. No, there's no way that's the way you have to progress. There's no way. Because, well, the Duviri Paradox, you can do that after you get the Uranus Junction. That's news to me, actually. So that's pretty early in the game still, though. um, Fucking Whispers on the Walls, you need to do story quests for, you need to do a story quest for that. And that'll make sense. Fucking Prelude to War is something we need to do. No, the Sacrifice quest. That actually gets us somebody really cool. And then where the fuck is the New War? Like, what the hell? This is not the correct order because the new war should be here unless it's hiding itself because it doesn't want you to know what it is, maybe? I don't know. This one literally requires you to do the new war quest first, but you can't even see the prerequisites. The requisites. I'm not trying to pronounce that. Like you can't even see what you have to do for that. So that's stupid. Anyway, Warframe quests. This one's Mastery Rank 4, this one's Mastery Rank 4, and those both need something else. This needs Stolen Dreams done. This one actually will probably can be done outside of the story. This one can't be. This one can't be done outside of the story. Fuck, to be honest, I can't even do that at the moment on my account, on my main account. This one can be done outside of the story, I believe. The Wave Finder, or no, the Wave Rider. This one can't be done outside of the story, but we have to do that bit of story anyway. The Limbo Theorem, the George Precept. Yeah, anyway, just a